Ahoy mates, Julie here, and welcome to Friday's episode of The Boaters TV. First up today, we've got weather woes in nautical news. Hurricane Dean has been making headlines all week as it's made its way through the islands of the Caribbean and across the Yucatan Peninsula. And have a look at this. Last Saturday, crew members on the Space Shuttle Endeavour took a short break to get a look at the storm from their vantage point, capturing these images of daunting Dean in the Caribbean. At the time the shuttle and International Space Station passed overhead, the Category 4 storm was moving westerly at 17 miles per hour, nearing Jamaica and carrying sustained winds of 150 miles per hour. One of the crew is overheard in this video saying, "Holy smokes." I'll say, that guy is a mammoth. Now, when hurricane season is in effect, especially after the first major headline-grabbing storm has hit, we always start putting more thought into preparations. And for coastal boat owners, waiting until the last minute often leads to panic. You need to have a plan in place and have made preparations well in advance. We talked about this back in episode 11 of the Boaters TV, and now I issue a reminder. The Boat Owners Association of the United States, otherwise known as Boat US, has an outstanding and free, meaning you don't have to be a member, online hurricane preparation worksheet and storm planning information. Simply visit www.boatus.com/hurricanes, where you'll find a checklist with before, during, and after tips, as well as some well-thought-out hurricane plans from other marinas and yacht clubs that can be adapted to your own facility's plan. And they even offer storm tracking there. The advice we have is to act now, as in today, so that you're prepared if the frightening scenes come to a marina near you. It's now on to our Ship Shape segment, where we've discovered a way to gain some valuable maritime safety advice from a new media storyteller. Bosun Jack was dead. His body lay under the work lights beside a pool of blood. The instrument of his death was a short distance away. One thing is certain, his killer still hunts seafarers. The previous reading was taken from the audio podcast and story, The Case of the Bosun's Crush by Bob Couttie, available for your listening pleasure on his Maritime Accident Casebook audio blog, found at http://maritimeaccident.wordpress.com, where podcast episodes are drawn from maritime shipping incident investigations around the world to explore in an informal and entertaining way how and why such accidents happen and how they might be avoided. According to Couttie, commercial shipping maritime accidents lead to around $1 million a day in costs to the industry. Not all incidents are disasters, and not all make headlines. But in nearly every case, Couttie says that human factors present the most significant element in the incident. And he's definitely an expert on the subject. Mr. Couttie has written for many major magazines on maritime investigations, including the prestigious Lloyd's List International daily newspaper and Lloyd's Ship Manager magazine. Each case file on his blog consists of an audio podcast that you can play from your computer or download into your MP3 player. And each episode is accompanied by a transcript with illustrations and links to official reports and other information of interest. I listened to several, and the stories really are riveting. Not to mention, he's got that quintessential British accent that so suits Story Hour. It's sort of like listening to Masterpiece Theater. Makes you want to curl up by the fire and listen. Or maybe that's just me. Couttie says on his blog that he expects to produce 26 maritime accident casebooks a year. Some of the intriguingly titled audio files awaiting you there now are The Case of the Cozy Captain, The Case of the Errant Hookers, and The Case of the Silent Assassin. And thanks to maritime attorney Dwayne Clark over at Lawboat Blog, that's lawboat.blogspot.com, for that story tip. And finally today, we'll take you into the weekend by getting a little wet and wild. Back in episode 25, we featured a YouTube video submission from Geist Radio of the Aquapalooza celebrations that occurred on Geist Reservoir in northern Indianapolis, Indiana. While looking through some of Geist Radio's other YouTube submissions, I came across this one of a handful of indie ski school students performing some synchronized skiing stunts. I loved it, mainly because it reminded me of a childhood memory of mine, which was wishing I could one day grow up to be as cool as the members of the all-girl pop band, the Go-Go's, after seeing this 1982 video for their mega hit, Vacation. I always wanted to be able to do that, and when I found this video on YouTube, it struck me that, with the power of green screen, I can finally live out one of my fantasies. Belinda Carlisle, eat your heart out. Seeing these videos got me thinking, there must be more of these synchronized skiing video nuggets online, and it didn't take me long to come across some terrific feats on YouTube, like this one. This is the Mad City Ski Team up in Madison, Wisconsin, a competitive water ski show team that competes at a state and national level. That's 37 skiers on the water at one time and only 2 boats. Not to mention they pull some swivel action there. More sleuthing around on YouTube yielded another video of the Mad City skiers showing something even more miraculous. And that's of them building, whoop, you can do it, get up, building, okay, and maintaining a 3-story high pyramid of 18 skiers. But the most impressive one I found of this floating human jungle gym stunt had to be this one of the Wonder Lake Show ski team up in Wonder Lake, Illinois, performing their prefabricated pyramids at the 2006 Water Ski Show Nationals. That's 6 pyramids of 6 skiers each and only 1 boat. Incredible. Props to both teams. Although, they totally just made my Go-Go's look lame. And that's a wrap on today's episode of The Boaters TV. We'll see you back here on Friday, and until then, safe and happy boating to you all. Take care. This episode of The Boaters TV has been brought to you by the word cleat, a fitting of wood or metal secured to the deck, mast, or spar with 2 horns around which ropes are made fast.